The battle for the top place in the SCHC is heating up, and it comes to a climax point here tonight. The University of Tampa Spartans in the second place with 17 points up against the Embry-Riddle Eagles in first place with only one more point at 18. Embry-Riddle with a 6-game winning streak. University of Tampa, a point in at least 1 point in each of their last 6 games. Nick Gimbel alongside Jordan Shepard here for this Friday night matchup. I want to say primetime matchup. We're not on TV, but this is, at this point, the biggest matchup of the season.
It's a Friday night at 7 o'clock. That is prime time. And this is going to play, the players have been looking forward to this game all week, and it's been hyped up the whole time. The excitement in this game is higher than the Auburn game is last week, and that was one of the best games I've ever seen.
And it's significant to point out that this is a matchup 2 weeks in the making for Embry-Riddle. They had last weekend off. Tampa coming off of a weekend sweep against Lynn University. So this is a matchup that Embry-Riddle has been looking forward to for about 12 or 13 days.
Yeah, the boys had last weekend off. It was the fall break, and a little bit of time to adjust, heal up, and get ready for the last stretch here going into the last 3 weekends of the season before we cut it off till the spring semester. These games are going to make the difference later on in the season. Every game matters. You tend to get a little complacent at the beginning of the year, but 2 points is 2 points, always.
This is the first matchup of the season between these two teams, the first of 4 total in the regular season, I'll say, because at least to this point on paper, these two teams are on a collision course for the SCHC regional playoffs. Marks, the captain behind his net for Talagani. Trevor Reese with his back turned to the play. Here's a transition for Tampa. It was on the stick of Joseph Davis. It got knocked away at center ice, and it's an offside with 19:02 left in a scoreless first period. Michael Morris, 4 games played on the season, 2.28 goals against average, .893 save percentage, starting in net for Embry-Riddle. Joseph Baggy, 4 games played for the Spartans, 1.98 goals against average, .917 save percentage. For all you analytic junkies out there, there are the numbers for the starting goalies.
Embry-Riddle, if they're going to win on this game, they're going to need to be disciplined by staying out of the box, and they're going to need to be responsible in the defensive zone. They're going to need to keep pucks out of their net.
Derek Costanzo up the far side wall for Kyle Usiak. He uses the pitching wedge to get it up to the blue line off the boards. And Trevor Reese wants to throw it up the near side wall, but goes back for Cardello. Reese on the give and go, out to the neutral zone for Usiak. In a 2-on-2 battle, Usiak is shrugged off the puck. The Spartans dump it into the near side corner. Rimmed around the boards, goes right behind the net of Michael Morris. There's a collision there, and it's turned over to the Spartans. In Chicago Blackhawks style red uniforms, red socks, black pants and helmets moving left to right across the ice surface. As Morris lost his goal stick, it's out in the low slot. Embry-Riddle in white, blue pants, and blue helmets, moving right to left across the ice surface, and they're stuck in their defensive zone right now, but Morris is able to pick up that puck off the outside of the net on his blocker hand side, using a player stick given to him by Derek Costanzo. That was a much-needed whistle.
And Trevor Reese tried to slide his stick to him, and he was on the other side of the net, and he actually took Derek Costanzo's stick before he saw that he could actually grab his own stick. So, good whistle there, just to give him that extra second to get his stick back.
Brantley Miller throws this one all the way down. It's an icing call. It was intended geometrically for Fowler, and he could not win the race to the dots. So it will go all the way back down to whichever side Tampa wants it in the Embry-Riddle defensive zone. It will come to the near side circle. Matthew Needleman in this face-off for Tampa against Christopher Sorrell. Tampa comes out with it. Sorrell with a blocked shot, but it comes out in front, and Morris has to make a couple of pad saves on the rebound.
Good job by Bryce Corner to box one man out in front of the net.
Miller playing the body at the blue line, and it's dumped back in, courtesy of Jack Manware. Embry-Riddle from behind their own net. Bryce Corner, near side Brantley Miller. Again, off the boards for Sorrell. Dumps it off the near side half wall. Fowler with a collision. He comes away with possession. 1-on-2 against a pair of red jerseys. Over to the far side for Stephen Buck. Leading goal scorer, at least playing in this game for the Spartans, Frank Catalina, tying Stephen Buck with the team lead in goals at 6. But Catalina is not in the lineup for the Spartans tonight. Couple of stick handles down the near side. Backdoor pass by the Spartans. Went right onto the stick of Buck, and he missed it wide.
Wow, that was a wide open cage.
It has been all Spartans in the opening 3 minutes of this game. All the way to the far side corner. Deborah's going to be first on it. Harassed from behind. And Tampa's going to come out with it. Right onto the stick of David Lytle. He's got skating room to the near side corner. Smartly throws it up the boards. Brantley Miller dead tired at the end of his shift. He gets it all the way down. Not enough for an icing call. It's a 2-on-1. Deborah into the near side corner. Didn't want to take the hit. So it's taken away by Joseph Davis. Alternate captain for this Spartan team. A couple of stick handles down the near side. He'll fire and scores. Excellent individual effort from Joseph Davis. Started from below his own goal line, stick handling in a phone booth at the offensive blue line, and fires it past the right-handed blocker of Morris. It's a 1-0 lead for the Tampa Spartans. That is goal number 5 on the season for Davis, and it will put him at 15 points on the season.
You don't normally see Jack Boken get beat like that. That was a great individual effort, but it starts down in the offensive zone with Deborah and Lytle, and Deborah has to take that hit because Tampa doesn't break out if he absorbs the hit and tries to just throw the puck on net rather than trying to make a sweet pass.
Connor McMahon with an absolute bullet of a shot, missed high and wide. Tampa right back where they left off. Boken, he'll try to pick it up behind his own net, and he'll start the breakout down the right wing wall. Talagani hit his own man in Marks on the behind. And at the red line, it'll be dumped on goal. I believe that is Embry-Riddle's first official shot on goal. We'll see if it gets registered that way, and it does. Boken, a little stutter step at the blue line. Walks into the high slot. He's taken down from behind. The arm of the official stays down. We play on. Marks throwing his body weight around in the back check of Turner Collison. Sends a man into the corner boards over on the far side.
He got the divider between the penalty box and the scorekeeping, and it looked like it hit his shoulder or maybe the side of his head.
And a heavy hit at the blue line, and there's the arm of the official.
Why are you calling that a penalty?
Derek Costanzo, he's going to be taken for maybe a head contact or maybe a charge. It was a heavy collision.
It was,
but we got to see what the official call is, and roughing is the call. I would have liked the call more if it was head contact or charging, but simply a roughing call after the previous 2 hits, the reverse hit by Boken at the red line and the hit right in front of the penalty boxes.
And Bob
both
Joyce
went uncalled.
Bob Joyce doesn't like the call either. He's telling Derek Costanzo that it's a clean hit. It looks clean to me. I mean, he just got caught with his head down at the blue line. And you're a defenseman. You know what that feels like, to see a guy coming up the blue line with his head down.
I mean, you do want to do that, but like I said, I would have agreed with maybe a charging call, so I guess I do agree with maybe a roughing call. But the precedent was set with the 2 hits in the neutral zone that the physicality was going to be played.
Wow, what a play.
So now Embry-Riddle with their first penalty kill of the game. Sean Cardello didn't have an opportunity to clear it, so he holds it along the boards. Bryce Corner, keeping everybody below the goal line. It migrates to the near side boards. Up to the blue line. It was intended for Stephen Buck. And a 2-on-2 shorthanded hits the body of Buck on the long shot from Trevor Reese, and Noah Austin out there on the penalty kill as well. Joseph Davis now has the sole possession of the most points on this Spartan team. He was tied with William Cody at 14, but that go-ahead goal just a few moments ago puts him at 15 on the total. To the blue line, Buck, he'll let it fly. That's blocked away by Austin, and Reese clears it down. There's a wholesale line change for Embry-Riddle, but they got to be quick here. And Tampa will also make a 3-man line change. Geometrically up the near side boards. Boken pinches at the blue line. Fowler pokes it to the far side. Bridges can't get there. Tampa keeps it alive. And Fowler throws his body weight on the far side corner. Tampa sets up their power play. Ryan Andrews to the blue line. Christian Kukas. He'll send one into the glove hand of Morris. He was screened potentially by his own man, Colin Bridges, but he found it, snagged it with the glove, and most importantly, for a low shot like that, no rebound.
And Bridges did a good job of clearing out the front of the net for Morris to see it. But Embry-Riddle, they're losing every race to the puck, every puck battle right now, and that's the difference why the shots are 7-1 and it's a 1-0 game. Tampa is the best team they've played all year because they're paying attention to the little things, the details that make the difference between a good team and a great team.
Up to the blue line for Grant Parrish. They'll send it off the far side half wall. Rimmed around to the near corner. Connor McMahon to the blue line. Kukas walks to the middle, back to the far side for Parrish. Sends it on goal, and Morris will pounce on that loose puck. Jordan, I'll relay this question to you. Tampa is a known team to Embry-Riddle. SCHC in-conference opponent. Auburn is an unknown. They hadn't played a game until the Battle at the Beach tournament 2 weeks ago. Which one is trickier? Auburn came out guns a-blazing to a 2-0 lead, but you know Tampa's going to bring their A game every time they come to Daytona. And just as I say that, there was a rocket of a shot from Christian Kukas. My goodness.
Wow.
I guess that answers the question. And a normally ruckus crowd here at Daytona is silenced by that slap shot from Kukas. It's his third of the season, and it's a 2-0 lead for Embry-Riddle early, just like Auburn.
And Embry-Riddle they seem a little flat, especially for how excited they seem to talk about this game. They're just a step behind everything. And they're going to have to play a little bit smarter, a little more responsible. They're playing really physical, but you can't go to hit somebody and take yourself out of position and give up a potential odd man rush.
Energy unit out here for Bob Joyce, and the breakout pass is intercepted. Lytle steals it away. Delayed offsides is touched up, and Tampa comes in on a hard forecheck. Lytle battling 1-on-2. He stripped of possession. Tampa comes away with it again. To the blue line, a long-range shot misses wide of the near side. That was Cameron Sacco with the blue line shot. Leganke has an opportunity to clear, and he'll be successful. Out to neutral ice. Thrown over the glass and out of play. Faceoff should be deep in Tampa territory, and it looks like it will be. 12:36 left in period one. Shots 9-1 in favor of Tampa. And this will be the first time Embry-Riddle's going to have offensive territory possession potentially.
In a while, for sure. And after the goal, I mean, they've kept their foot on the gas pedal, and top line out there for Bob Joyce, see if they can maybe get something going, establish a cycle, get a couple shots on net.
Haltor gets it through and he scores! Cuts the deficit in half.
Okay, well, there it is. Exactly as they drew it up.
That is Remy Haltor's first goal of the season, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Don't ever let anybody tell you faceoffs aren't important.
They are 100% important. That puck goes in because Marks win the draw, and Chase Talagani goes to the net, and there's traffic in front, and goaltender just never really saw it. It went in between his body and his arm on the blocker side, and that's exactly what Embry-Riddle needed, and see if they can carry that momentum in the next couple shifts.
Joseph Baggy got a piece of it, but he didn't get enough of it. It's a 2-1 lead now for Tampa. Got to get the shutout streak out of the way early. Morris, dangerous with the rebound in front, comes up to the high slot. No backhand shot was made. Jake Thane, near side one-timer. Joseph Davis missed high and wide. Embry-Riddle with a chance to clear. Talagani over the blue line, looking for the drop pass. Marks, top circle, shot into the glove hand of Baggy. He wanted to play it, but a quick whistle from the referee stops play with 11:44 left in period one.
Embry-Riddle needs to have, it seemed like on that shift, all three of the players, or the forwards, they were all kind of playing secondary. Nobody was really driving the play, and that's been an outlier for the start of this period. And if you're one of those Embry-Riddle players, you got to be able to take control, win a puck battle, get the puck to your line mates, and at least drive something, get some kind of momentum going.
And I talked to Bob Joyce before this puck drop as Noah Austin steals it away on the far side. The centering pass for Corey Benny missed all the way to the near side half wall. I asked Bob how he thought the impact of not playing last week versus Tampa coming off of a sweep against Lynn would play out. And really the true honest answer is the one that he gave, as you just flat out don't know. You could come out with better legs, or Tampa could come out a little bit hotter because they're in practice a little bit more. And the latter half is the one that comes true halfway through period one. Embry-Riddle comes to life now as Baggy sends this one wide of the near side post with the blocker hand. Kukas up the far side wall, dumped back down. Corey Benny for Usiak in front. Noah Austin is there in between the hash marks, stripped of possession. Stephen Buck cycling back to his own end. Kyle Usiak hard on the forecheck, but the breakout pass gets deflected at the red line. Sorrell, the forward, first man back, takes the hit to get it up the near side wall. And it gets sent all the way out. Piccarello harassed from behind. Sorrell nearly stole it away. And Tampa does the smart play just to get it up and out. Cardello turns it over in neutral ice. Dumped back to the blue line. Tampa settles it down at center ice. 10 minutes left in period one. Into the near corner. Costanzo lost it in his skates. Gets it back to his stick. Backhanded off the glass. Does it have the legs for an icing call? Yes, it does. 9:46 left in period one.
It was a good shift by Embry-Riddle's second line of Trevor Reese and Noah Austin. And that's kind of what you needed, is to be able to be that driving force on the line. And Kyle Usiak, they all kind of knew their role, went out there and got the cycle going, and see if the third line for Embry-Riddle can do the same thing.
Glove down at the blue line by Joseph Davis, and it turns into a hand pass. Now, I was talking with a couple of people, Jordan, during warm-ups and just commenting on not only the skill that Tampa has shown throughout the season and in warm-ups, but the speed along with their size, especially on the backhand. That one was going all the way down the ice, and just like this one, gloved down by Grant Parrish, the size of Tampa is going to be a factor, especially in football terms, in the air game.
And Embry-Riddle likes to play a physical game, and it makes a difference when the players you're playing against when you're hitting a guy that's big and hitting a guy that's either the same size as you or smaller. Tends to wear you down a little bit more. And see, Bryce Corner takes a hit right there. Those are going to wear both teams down really quick, and I'm curious to see how the second and third period kind of go after this energetic first 11 minutes.
Tampa to the far half wall. Nifty stick handling from Diorio. Backhander goes into the blue paint. Poked at by Morris. It's still there in the low slot. Waiting for somebody to peel it out of the battle. It comes to the near side corner, thrown off the glass, not out. Lytle with help from Miller. They get it out. Deborah on the forecheck to the near side to Jorio. Pass nearly intercepted by Wagenke and dumped in the rest of the way by Davis. Morris out of his net, throws it off a stanchion on the near side. Wagenke lost it at the red line. The transition for Tampa. Justin Evans wearing the number 6 tonight. In and out of the glove of Morris, and he pounces on the rebound. Nearly 12 minutes into this first period, 2-1 lead Tampa.
It's kind of been a back and forth period ever since the 2-0 Tampa lead. And if you're Embry-Riddle, I guess that's better than how you started, but there hasn't really been, minus that shift by the second line, really a driving force. And so far, it's still a little bit sloppy. Wagenke's just got to get that puck in deep in the zone, and he turns it over at the blue line, and Tampa goes the other way.
Kaufman chips it into an open area. Not enough for an icing call. He'll get it himself. Excellent effort. Far corner. Talagani supports. Poke to the near side by Cody. Run into the boards by Marks. Boken holds the line, walks into the high slot. Boken for Kaufman. His one-timer paddled down by Baggy. Rebound to the blue line. Skated out by Tampa. Jake Carent dumps it cross corner, far side. Bridges keeps him below the goal line. Now Marks. He's going to gain speed through center. Intended for Jack Boken. And dumped out to center. Marks sends it through the air to the far side. That hit Boken.
It should be offside.
And there is that offside call. 7:21 left in the first period. 2-1 lead Tampa. Shots 11-5 in favor of Tampa as well.
Second line's out there for Embry-Riddle again. See if they can have a shift like they did last time.
Austin right off the faceoff into the far corner. Reese forechecks. Buck turns it over to Usiak, but he has it go through his skates. Costanzo sends it right back where it came from. Around the boards, near side to far. Turned over to Noah Austin. Stripped of possession again. And the cherry picking of Stephen Buck was the intended target. Offside right in front of the Tampa bench. 6:50 left in period one, 2-1 lead Tampa still.
I said this last week, or at the Auburn game, and I think I was wrong in the Auburn game, but I think in this game, again, it's going to come down to the depth players that are going to make a difference in the scoring. Remy Hata gets the first goal, and the second line for Embry-Riddle could be dangerous.
Costanzo with the shot block. Aldridge right in on goal. Off the crossbar, it stays out. Over the glove hand of Morris, we continue on. Costanzo blocks the centering pass, clears it all the way down. It's a foot race for the icing. And it is beaten out by Davis. Usiak with about as much effort as you can give.
And Costanzo takes that shot right into the shin pads, and again, it's the little details, the attention to detail. Don't have the shooting lane, don't force it, throw it either back to your D partner or throw it into the corner. Got lucky that it didn't come back to bite him there.
Costanzo with room on the near side from his knees. Gets it to the top of the circles for Trevor Reese. Continues it out to center. Now Davis in his own near side circle. Off the backhand of Parrish. Deflected in, no icing. Costanzo tried the fake to the far side. Sends it up the near side. Through Brantley Miller. Tampa again setting up presence in the offensive zone. Andrews shot blocked away to the far circle. Centering pass intended for Parrish. Missed him to the corner. And there is the length of Davis. Keeping it in at the blue line, he'll go to the front of the net. 5.5 left in period one. And we'll slow things down on the near side corner with a battle. Two-a-side battle. Tampa comes out with it to the blue line. Davis off the boards. Andrews to the high slot. Far side circle. Off the glove of Morris, and it goes in. That's one Morris has to have, as Jake Fain sent a nothing shot from the far side top circle, and it beats the Embry-Riddle netminder. It's 3-1. That is Fain's first of the season.
Mike Morris is going to want that one back, but Embry-Riddle's got to get the puck out of the zone. He's made countless saves in this first period just to even keep it a 3-1 game, and again, Tampa just right now, they're winning all the battles. They're winning every single race.
.5:15 left in the first period. Tampa has their 2-goal lead back. 3-1. And here they come right back into the offensive zone. Jack Manware to the far corner. Deborah with a good one-touch on the turnover breakout. Lytle right through center. Sends it on goal and glove down. And Lytle with a little bit of a scuffle between he and Christian Kukas.
And neither of them wanted to throw a punch, but they sure wanted to talk to each other.
But that's what this third line does. The physicality, knock the other team off their axle a little bit. 4:58 left in the first period. That line stays out. Lytle with Benny and Deborah. Lytle with the face-off win. Corner. Lets it fly. That's blocked away by a red jersey in front. Lytle with the cycle down low for Corey Benny. Run into the boards. He doesn't have any support, so it's going to be Tampa puck. Deborah comes over to keep it below the dots. Hawtaw can't hold the line. He'll dump it back in on the delayed offsides. Here comes Embry-Riddle back on the forecheck. Kukas to the far side corner. The only centering pass option was there right in between the hash marks. Matthew Needleman at the red line dumps it in at the red line and deflected, so definitely no icing. Around the near side boards, Benny towards the end of his shift. He's got to gain the red line and dump it in, and he'll do just that.
Good play.
Now the top line comes out for Embry-Riddle. Chase Talagani, fresh off the bench. He'll steal possession away. Lytle stays out there. Kaufman fresh off the bench. Tampa 3-on-2 into the middle. Poke check by Boken, missed, and the centering pass went wide.
Another chance, another great opportunity for Tampa.
Shot blocked away by Lytle. About a 1.5-minute long shift, and finally he'll come off in favor of Ryan Marks. Talagani down the right wing wall. Waiting for a little bit of support. Sends it in front. Kaufman is there back behind through the legs of Marks. Boken pinches at the hash marks for Kaufman. Marks supporting at the blue line. Talagani throws his body weight around. Bouncing at the blue line. Boken can't hold it in. Thrown all the way down. It will miss.
And now that's a penalty. It was an icing, and then he shot it over the glass. I think that's a delay of game penalty.
I think you're right, and that's it.
Yep.
There's the signal right in front of the penalty timekeeper's bench. So you don't see this because it's very rare, but the glass is so low here at the Daytona Ice Arena. Here's a double whammy for you because this was going to be icing. And Michael Morris came out to play the puck. He tried to throw it off the glass. If a defenseman or a forward throws it over the glass and out of play, undeflected, then it's no penalty, unlike the professional leagues, ECHL, AHL, NHL. But if a goaltender does it, that is a delay of game penalty.
And it's one thing that, at least for some of the goalies that come out of high school and youth hockey, where the goalie coming out to play sometimes doesn't make a difference for the icing. And I experienced that myself with one of the goalies in junior. He just wasn't familiar with the new rules, and sometimes it takes the goalies a little bit to get used to the new rules, and being able to come out and play the puck wipes out the icing and, unfortunately, the penalty. But Embry-Riddle's got to kill this one off for their goaltender.
And a discussion on the far side. I believe Marks is just wanting clarification on the rule. It is one that you don't see too often, but it is a rule, and it has been enforced. Evan Hofberg rims it around the boards, all the way to the far side. Stephen Buck pinches from the blue line, lets it go past him. Michael Pettijohn harassed by Trevor Reese. And Sean Cardello to the blue line. Buck, he'll walk the line. Davis into the corner. Rimmed around the glass. Kept in by Buck.
He covered his hand on the puck, and he didn't get a call. Wow.
I believe the attempt was there, but I don't think it was successfully covered because Trevor Reese did get it out. And Tampa brings it back in. Boken pinches his man into the boards. Austin holds it into the near city.
We win by conquering our goals.
18:39 left here in this second period. We want to thank everybody for sticking with us through our internet technical difficulties. It is a 3-1 lead for the Tampa Spartans, wearing their road red uniforms, moving right to left across this clean sheet of ice for period number 2. Embry-Riddle in white, moving left to right. Nick Gimbel alongside team president Jordan Shepard for this battle of the top 2 SCHC teams. And Jordan, what is that mood like now? It was high of emotions to start this game, but now in that 2-goal hole with 18:01 left here in the second period, the mood has to have shifted now.
It was pretty quiet and, not gloomy, but it was quiet.
Focused.
In the locker room. Yeah.
Not a lot of joking around.
Not a lot of guys. A lot of guys weren't happy about that. And so far, at least the first 2 minutes, they've come out and looked pretty good so far. First line had a good shift. See if second line can continue that energy.
Onside for the Spartans, behind starting goaltender Michael Morris. A little bit of a rocky first 20 minutes, but he will stay in the net to try to get a little bit more of that momentum. Right in front of the Spartans bench, it is a delayed offsides.
Bob Joyce said the intermission, they're just not executing. And it's something that's been, I've noticed a pattern here in these home and homes. With Embry-Riddle, they seem to look a little off in the first, look better in the second, look great in the third, and then they go out and they win the road game the next day. And, yeah, it's good that you're winning the road game, but you're not always going to get a second chance like that, and you got to be able to play a complete 60 minutes every time you step on the ice.
Hawtall holds the line. He has the only Embry-Riddle goal to this point. Austin in the far corner sends a shot deflected over the net wide to the near side corner. All the way to the blue line. Tampa comes away with it 3-on-1. Backhand centering pass. Morris with the toe drag. Poke check that missed. It's 4-1 Tampa. I believe it is going to be William Cody with his 6th of the season. And again, what was supposed to be a play in the offensive zone goes down to an odd man rush. And what was going to be a 3-on-2 turns into a 3-on-1. Morris missed the poke check. Just little miscues that just build up.
And to be fair, that was a very good toe drag around the poke check of Mike Morris. But you were right. There were a bunch of little things that led up to that goal.
Tampa sends this one down, no icing. Play continues. Fowler back behind his net. Jack Boken lost it in his skates.
Glass out? Yep.
Glass out.
It's been a while since I had a glass out in Daytona.
And much to our dismay, it's a taller pane of glass with netting involved. So we're going to have a little bit of an extended stoppage here, but it gives us a chance and gives Embry-Riddle a chance to settle down. It gives him a chance to get mentally set for the remaining 16:37 of the second period, because both at the start of period 1 and at the start of this period, it's been all Tampa.
And it's exactly like the last period started. I mean, minus that first shift from Embry-Riddle, it has been pretty dominant Tampa period so far. It's all about attention to detail when you're playing these good teams. And if you're at the top, that's what you need to stay at the top.
So as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, University of Tampa 8-1-1 on the season, 17 points. Embry-Riddle 9-2, 18 points on the season. And I brought this up to Coach Bob Joyce, and I don't know, I'm sure he thought of this too, but the way the light bulb almost turned on when I mentioned this to him, this isn't a 4-point weekend. This is an 8-point weekend.
8-point weekend.
This is an 8-point weekend.
And these divisional games are, looks like the goalies are going to the nets. And just when we think we're having a pretty smooth flowing, quick game, we have the glass issue. But and these weekends are going to make the difference for seeding in the SCHC playoffs and rankings for nationals. The top 4 teams from the SCHC will go to the national championship. But how you're ranked and how you're seeded will make a difference in who you play.
So we'll take a quick second to note that Tampa has one of their biggest road trips of the season coming up next weekend. They go all the way to the state of New York. They are playing 3 different teams up in that northeast state. The University at Buffalo Bills, the Buffalo State Bengals, and the St. John's Fisher College. And then they will come back in early December to finish off their semester against their in-city rival, the South Florida Bulls.
Well, you said they're playing the University of Buffalo Bills. I think that's going to be, so what? Big bunch of football players putting on skates?
I want to go to that tailgate.
I'm drawing a blank on who Buffalo's quarterback is for some reason. I was going to say he put skates on, but I can't remember his name for the life of me.
Meanwhile, we mentioned earlier that Embry-Riddle has 4 of their toughest games of the season, back-to-back basically. It was the biggest win of the season last year for Embry-Riddle against the FAU Owls, and they have them back-to-back next weekend.
And this weekend is going to be a pretty good test for Embry-Riddle and how they stand going into next weekend, and whether or not you can, win one, even hopefully win 2, but at least one game this weekend, take it into next weekend and see kind of how you feel about that, especially with only 3 weeks left in games for the semester.
3.5 minutes gone here in period 2. It's now a 4-1 lead for Tampa. We are back underway after the zone. Boken, bouncing puck through his own zone. Right through the center ice logo. He'll try to do it all himself, and he ran to a wall of 3 red jerseys. 2-on-2 on the transition. Needleman up in the high slot, and Morris makes the save. Jack Manware threw it right into the midsection. Nobody picked up the trailer for Tampa. 4 minutes gone in period 2.
Mike Morris is the reason it's not a 6 or 7-1 game right now.
Shot 17-8 in favor of Tampa. Costanzo with a little stutter step, gets himself space and throws it off the boards out to neutral ice. Lytle with Deborah cutting to the net. Lytle fires right into the glove hand of Joseph Baggy, who's tested truly for the first time in this period. I like the shot from Lytle, but I want to see that one off the pad to Deborah cutting to the net.
And, I like the shot from Lytle. I like testing him on that glove side because you said he hasn't really done anything this period. You might be able to catch him sleeping a little bit. But it's good to see the chance from that from the fourth line getting a couple offensive opportunities, and now they're keeping the puck in the offensive zone for now.
Joseph Baggy or Marc-Andre Fleury with the Chicago Blackhawks-style jersey and the retro-style brown leather padding. I like the setup. Wagenki showing his displeasure for the red jersey. And Cardello sent it to the far side. Lytle is going to draw the interference penalty in front. Tampa touches up. Embry-Riddle will have an opportunity to once again find the back of the net. They trail 4-1. It's cross-checking officially by Michael Pettijohn.
Fourth line getting the job done. It all starts with that 2-on-1, get an offensive zone face-off, keep the puck in the zone, sustain pressure, and Embry-Riddle's got to capitalize on this one here.
15-19 left in the second period. Here we see that top power play unit coming out. Talagani, Marks, and Kaufman goes to the blue line with Jack Boken, and David Lytle thrown out. He'll go to the front of the net. Boken at the blue line, stripped of possession immediately.
And he takes an interference penalty.
All it took was 7 seconds. And Embry-Riddle's best defenseman goes to the penalty box.
Not much argument from him.
Nope. William Cody with the relentless pressure right off the faceoff.
I think he was okay, and then it was that extra half second when his stick dropped and he threw his hands up in the air. I think is when decision was made to call it.
So 4-on-4 play for 1:53. Marks down that left wing. We saw what he could do shorthanded 5-on-3 2 weeks ago. Let's see what he can do 4-on-4. Far side half wall. Centered for Colin Bridges. It got deflected away by Grant Parrish.
There's a lot of open ice out there for speedier Embry-Riddle players out there right now to use.
2-on-2 for Tampa through the neutral zone. William Cody, who drew the penalty by Jack Boken. Marks wins the foot race. He'll take the shot right into the UT logo, and it was dropped by Joseph Baggy. And now the precedent has been set because earlier in the first period, Joseph Baggy showing his displeasure with the official for the quick whistle because he wanted to try to play it. Now he's going to have to deal with the longer whistle, the extra time after he catches this puck, and that's exactly what happened there. He tried to drop it down to the ice. Marks was right there, and the official let play continue because now Baggy has made it known that he wants to play that puck. Ryan Andrews, left-handed shot down the right wing. He'll send it off the blocker hand of Morris. Good rebound control to the near side. Talagani stopping up at the red line. He'll dump it the rest of the way. 1 minute left in 4-on-4 play. Talagani stripped of possession. Kukis, all the time in the world, sends a backhander tape to Needleman. Needleman trying to cut in towards the front of the net. Stuff attempt on the far side. Rebound in front for Talagani. Good patience up the near side. And here comes Derek Costanzo. Fails on the backhand toe drag, and Lytle lost the handle at the top of the zone. Talagani stands up at the blue line. This one thrown all the way down. Again, no icing because Morris plays it. Just the mental miscues right now, the detriment to this Eagle team.
Good to see David Lytle out there after drawing that penalty, a chance on the 4-on-4.
Costanzo for Lytle. Off the boards, gains the red line, dumps it in. It was a 3-on-3 rush. Now Stephen Buck with Usiak in his back pocket. Now plenty of time through center. Tampa at full strength. Power play for 7 seconds. Morris tries to send it up into the netting, but it goes off the glass. Straight away at the blue line. Intercepted. Comes out to the middle. Trevor Reese might have a step behind the defense. And he is harassed from behind into a turnover. Not enough for a penalty either. Excellent defense by Tampa on the back check. 12:59 left in period 2. It is thrown up into the ceiling and out of play. 4-1 lead for Tampa.
And great job by Embry-Riddle to kill off that penalty. It was a huge kill. See if they can take that momentum into the last 13 minutes or so of this period.
Bryce Corner at the blue line. His shot doesn't make it through. It went off the stick of Ryan Andrews. Usiak, near side circle. His shot goes blockered away by Baggy. Reese on the back check. Keeps it in the offensive zone. Usiak pressures. It's loose back behind the net. Spartans are first on it. Picarello, near side corner. Right up the wall for Andrews. He'll throw it off the boards, not out. Corner keeps it alive. Usiak pressures. Austin supports. Andrews fails on the toe drag, And corner sends it below the goal line. Austin transitions to the far side corner, walks out from below the goal line. Brantley Miller fires one, blocked away. Piccarello falling down behind the net. Offensive presence continues for Embry-Riddle. 12 minutes left in period 2. They trail 4-1. Usiak to the bench for a change. Miller fires one. That was Austin. Blocked away. Hawtaw from the blue line around the net. Benny chases. Tampa gets it to the blue line, but not out. Benny, he'll fire one, blocked away. Christopher Sorrell now, continuing the forecheck. Embry-Riddle has fresh legs out there now. Miller walks it out in front for Sorrell. The pass never made it to the target. Hawtaw for Sorrell, taken away by Tampa. They can't clear the zone. Benny on the transition, fires it into the glove hand of Baggy, and the rebound smothered.
Embry-Riddle picking right up where they left off before the 4-on-4 offensive zone pressure. Good job by this third line. Tampa had 3 tries to get the puck out, and they couldn't do it.
11:22 left here in the second period. Lytle with Deborah and Wagenki. And they win the faceoff. Blue line, Boken sends it for a deflection, and Wagenki sent it just wide. Wagenki knocks Davis off the puck. Deborah to the blue line. Bridges holds it in. Sends it towards the front of the net, blocked away. Stretch pass on the mark. Jake Courant knocked away by Bridges. Boken with his head up takes the hit to get it towards center. Through the legs of Lytle. Davis to the safety of his own net. Has time and space. Nearly taken away by Wagenki. Davis scored last time he went end to end, but it's knocked away by Bridges this time. And Boken throws the hit behind the net. Off the outside of the net to the blue line. Jake Fain blocked away by the defenseman Boken. He might have a stretch pass option, but the fluttering pass goes through the legs of everybody. No icing. We continue on.
It's a good look by Wagenki to Boken. Just fanned on the pass, but again, good pressure by Embry-Riddle. Both lines forcing an offensive zone face-off, and see if Marks and Kaufman and Talagani can keep it going.
You know, Jordan, much like the first period, it was a slow start, then a good middle part of the first period, and then Tampa came back scoring late in the second period, late in the first period, as this set play off the faceoff nearly found Kaufman on the back door. Very much like we're seeing here in the second period. Tampa comes out flying, Embry-Riddle responds. Costanzo in front for Kaufman, he fanned on the one-timer. Marks tries to keep it in the offensive zone. Talagani's going to take a tripping penalty.
That's clear as day, unfortunately. And that's just momentum killers.
.10:04 left in the second period, 4-1 lead Tampa. They'll have the power play.
Well, I'd say that this kill will decide the game right here. Embry-Riddle can kill this off, ride that momentum, get 1, maybe 2 before the end of the period. It's a lot different hockey game than 5-1.
And Jordan, I stopped myself from wanting to say that was a penalty you can't avoid because you're going for the puck and you take out the legs. But then I thought to myself, you know, there is a way to take that away. Go for the body, put yourself in front of the player instead of swiping at the puck with the stick. Other than that, it's pretty cut and dry tripping penalty. McMahon in the high slot. Knocked away. Costanzo can't clear it out, and Morris has to make a pad save on the turnover right in front of him. Now it pops out in between the hash marks. Again, an opportunity to clear. Unsuccessful, but it's a lucky bounce out to neutral ice. Kukas at the blue line. Morris behind the net. All the time in the world for Embry-Riddle on the penalty kill now. And Marks will start it shorthanded down the near side. He'll dump it on goal. Fought off and gloved down by Baggy.
A little bit. That's a Toscala flashbacks.
Now Needleman to the blue line. He'll get it back far side top circle. Davis straight away. Back to Needleman. They'll play catch at the top of the zone. Davis sends it wide of the net. Stephen Buck off the right pad of Morris, chipped up to the blue line. Davis is there. Buck Near side top circle, cross ice pass Needleman. He'll send one wide of the near side post, may have been blocked in front, and the rebound goes to neutral ice. 20 seconds left in the Tampa power play. Bryce Corner stands him up at the red line. Buck has a skating lane to the right side, offside. Needleman a little too impatient with 10 seconds left in the Tampa power play. 8:13 left in period 2. Still a 3-goal deficit for this Embry-Riddle team. 4-1 lead for the Spartans.
Looks like Bob Joyce, he's going to bring Talagani to the bench and send Kyle Usiak out with Austin and Reese out there and
reunite that second line.
See if they can get something going off this. Hopefully off this kill.
Currant, his shot blocked away by the outstretched stick of Colin Bridges. And he'll throw his body weight at the near side half wall. The cycle for Tampa. Deflecting up to the blue line, Usiak, fresh off the bench, 2-on-3 with Trevor Reese. Fails on the toe drag, gets it over the blue line, but that's as far as he gets.
Gotta get that in deep.
Justin Evans into the high slot, deflected to the near side boards. Reese with an opportunity to clear, he is successful, but it's behind Noah Austin. William Cody onside at the blue line, rims it around the boards to the near half wall. Evans sends it back below the goal line. Boken is first on it. He'll try to skate it down the near side wall, throws it up the boards, not out. Down low for Cody. Blocked away again by Bridges. The second effort blocked by Boken. Good defensive sticks in the passing lane. The breakout pass intercepted again. Boken got to be careful with that stick in the midsection. Doesn't take the hooking penalty just yet. Evans to the far corner. Walking up to the hash marks. Backdoor pass, and it goes through Morris. 5-1 Tampa on the stick of Jake Currant.
Open on the back door.
So wide open that the pass slowed up to Carrant, and he had all the time in the world to settle the rolling puck down, and the desperation dive from Michael Morris just wasn't enough.
He can't do anything about that goal, and I'm curious to see if we'll see Mitch Kim come in. Not anything against Morris, but get your team going. He's been hung out to dry for the first 33 minutes of this game.
7:01 left in the second period. It's now 5-1 Tampa. And they are fighting to gain their first spot in the SCHC conference. Again, they trail by 1 point to this Embry-Riddle team, 17-18. Faceoff will stay in the Tampa defensive zone. Just got to get more pucks on net. Shots 21-15 in favor of Tampa. As Miller sends this one out in front, Fowler was there. Sorrell fanned on it. And Costanzo hit his own man up high. He'll get it back through the 5-hole. It's loose!
And the ref knew that he blew it too early. He put his hands on his head and pointed to the sky because that was a loose puck.
I'm not sure if that puck went in or not. I want to say, based on the reaction of the official, I want to say that one had potential to roll in past the goal line, but we can't see it from our broadcast position here, so no sense on dwelling on it. With 6:42 left in the second period, 5-1 lead for Tampa. Here they come on a 2-on-1 on the steal. Needleman down the near side. The backhander gets blocked down by Morris, and the rebound cleared out.
Good job by Sean Cardello to clear that puck out of the zone.
Miller thrown into the boards. The pane of glass is out right here next to the entry door, and the fans are trying to alert the linesman. Brantley Miller over the blue line, takes the slap shot blocked away. And I believe
they'll let play go until it comes to where the glass is, I'm pretty sure.
And now it will. That's exactly it. This one should be a relatively simple fix, a short pane of glass with no netting. I almost want to see Matt Freiling there just put it in during play.
That's what I was wondering if he was going to do. I mean, he's, I guess, probably not the smartest player. It's quick, but it's not that quick.
Especially with play starting to come out to neutral ice, you have to get the play stopped. But we've seen weirder things at the Daytona Ice Arena. All of this with 6:06 left in the second period, excuse me. It's a 4-goal lead for Tampa. Bouncing at the blue line, Bryce Corner keeps it into the attacking zone momentarily. And it is deflected to the far corner. McMahon first on it, tries to get it to the blue line, but Davis wasn't there. Davis will send this one all the way down for an icing call. 5:45 left in the second period.
Got to get one before the end of the period. Maybe even two, but you got to start with one. Get one in it, go to the end of the period. Take that little bit of energy in. Come out hot. Saw what happened against Auburn. Anything's possible with this team. Really, I mean, when you're talking about youth hockey versus professional hockey or college hockey, anything can happen.
2-on-1, McMahon sends it in front, rolling puck, saved by Morris. Grant Parrish got decent wood on it, but it goes off the left pad of Morris. McMahon intercepted by Wagenke, throws it off the body of the official. It stays into the offensive zone for Tampa. Remy Hawtaw off the glass and continued out by Deborah. Smart play, just get it up and out. Oh, and this one deflected right into the Tampa bench by Stephen Buck. Faceoff will stay at center. 5:07 left in the second period. That one had some speed on it too.
Almost hit their coach.
Doesn't matter what the score is. If that happens, there's a little bit of skating happening at the next day of practice. And we'll have two new centers.
Battle of the wingers on the face-off.
Nearly had to do that one over again. Buck around the boards, near side to far. Boken harassed by Hoffberg. And it goes through everybody to the near side half wall. Buck first on it. Hammered by Talagani. Marks on the transition, lost the handle at the red line. Talagani on the back check, sends Aldridge into a turnover. Boken spinning away from pressure, but he gives it right up to Hoffberg, who gives it up to Kaufman. The breakout for Embry-Riddle. Kaufman tries to get it to Marks. Talagani stops up on the play, gets possession to the blue line. Boken, the toe drag, the shot pad, save, rebound on the far side, goes below the goal line. Talagani first on it. Rolling puck to the top of the circles. Shielding possession, taken down, no call from the official. 2-on-1, Stephen Buck on the far side. The saucer pass blocked away by Bridges, and he gets it up and out. Talagani, touch to speed for Ryan Marks, 2-on-2. Far side circle, shot missed wide of the near side post. Now it's Buck on the transition, and Cardello stands him up at the blue line. Cardello gets it from Costanzo. The defensemen start the rush. Costanzo shot deflected near side corner. Usiak for Austin, stripped of possession. Reese on the back check, gets it down low to Usiak. Intended for Reese, but it missed to the far side half wall. Costanzo avoiding pressure all the way to the near side corner. Backhander in front for Noah Austin, but it bounced over his stick. Costanzo holds the line. There's traffic in front. The save is made, though, by Baggy. Austin centering pass. There's two white jerseys there. They can't pound it home. Unbelievable. Usiak and Reese were both there, and they missed the open net wide.
Wow.
It's been that kind of evening. Thrown off the glass and out, not enough for an icing call. Costanzo settles things down. Far side Cardello, back behind Costanzo. The crowd has awakened after that offensive zone presence. Sorrell throws the body, forces the turnover. Brantley Miller, near side circle, takes the shot pad, saved by Baggy.
That caught him off guard just a little bit.
Embry-Riddle is swarming now. Corner takes the hit to make the play. Down low for Brantley Miller. Bounces over the stick of Sorrell. Comes back out in front. Bouncing in the high slot. Usiak couldn't get a stick on it. Icing should be called here. But we're going to wait until Bryce Corner makes it to the dots, of course. 2:19 left in the second period. Embry-Riddle has to score on this next possession because of how tired these red sweaters are out there right now.
And they can't change on this icing. Joyce going to keep that third line out there. They've been buzzing in this second period. Chris
Sorrell with the face-off win, and Hawtaw can't hold the line.
Gosh, he won it too clean. 3-on-2 potentially.
Fowler for Sorrell. Takes the hit to get the shot on goal. Baggy with the rebound control, and again, Hawtaw can't hold the line. Dumped down the near side wall, corner chases it. Held at the line by Fowler. Rimmed around the boards to the far side. Sorrell is going to chase it at the half wall. All the way below the goal line, the cycle for Miller. $1:45 left in the second period. Eagles trail by 4. Sorrell for Fowler, but it goes through his skates. And with the pitchfork on the backhand sent all the way down, it had some backspin, so no icing. Fowler up the near side boards for Bryce Corner. Continued up for Fowler. All the way for Lytle. He'll stay on sides and waits for a little bit of support. Lytle spins away from pressure, eventually turns the puck over, but he gets it back down low and stolen away by Needleman. Down the right side for Parrish, 3-on-2 over the blue line, stripped of possession by Boken. The transition for Wagenke, he tried to get it to Lytle. Taken away by Davis. Nearly stood up at the blue line, but he'll come in, the reach, the shot, the save by Morris, but there's a slashing penalty coming up against Bryce Corner. Or excuse me, maybe Wagenke. Oh for 2 for me. It's Jack Boken with his second penalty of the game. I'm just going to go through the entire roster.
That's just why I don't guess anymore, unless it's like so obvious, because usually I'm wrong most of the time anyway.
And again, you don't see Jack Boken walked around that easily. Davis just has Boken's number right now. And it's how Tampa got their first goal of the game. Tampa back on the power play. Only about 50 seconds left in the period. Kukis' shot goes off the right pad of Morris. Parrish to the corner for Andrews. Back to Parrish at the blue line. Swaps with Kukis. And this one blocked away by Costanzo, and he'll softly send it down the near side boards. Lytle and Benny pressuring hard, but a smart pass up the near side boards. The speed of Ryan Andrews. He'll slow up to the far side. Cross-ice pass near circle. Kukis misses wide to the far side.
Too many
men on the ice is called. Caught by the back official. And the coaching staff is furious at their players.
Wow. For once, it's Tampa making a mistake.
So 4-on-4 play for the remaining 15 seconds of this second period. Then when we come back for the start of period 3, there will be a minute and 5 seconds of 4-on-4 play, and then about 40 seconds of Embry-Riddle power play time. We will remind everybody when we come back for the third period, but what matters right now is 15 seconds of 4-on-4 play in the dying moments of period 2. Eagles, the face-off win, far side Costanzo. Good spin move to get down the far side wall. Got to get the puck on net, though, in the final 7 seconds. Reese deflected, it pinballs in front, and Tampa gets it back below their goal line, and that will be the end of 40 minutes of play. Remy Hawtaw still the lone goal scorer for this Embry-Riddle team. Kukis, Cody, Thane, Kukis, Cody, Thane, Davis, and Courant all scoring for the Spartans. But again, we've been talking about it all season, Jordan. It has to be a full 20-minute period.
And a full 60-minute game. We've seen like 4 different Embry-Riddle teams in this game.
We're up with the sun, on the flight line, on the quad, on the track, in the sky and in the surf. We are serious, intense, fearless. We work hard and we play harder. We are pioneers, travelers, adventurers, explorers. We build the bots, we put the roar in rockets. We tweak the code and we craft the apps. We plan it, we run it. If you can fly it, build it, or lead it, our alumni have done it. We built it, they came, and we're still growing from every state and more than 100 countries. We are the only, the best, the industry leaders, and we've only just begun. We're cranking our rankings to the next level. #1 in the conference, #1 in the classroom. We're making waves, competing on brand new planes. We're taking business, medicine, engineering, and flight into space. We teach it, we preach it, we help you reach it. Your dreams, your goals, extra focus, extra fast, extraordinary. Embry-Riddle.
Academic excellence is the first priority of our team. We're constantly learning about the game of hockey and building our hockey intelligence.
In hockey, we learn critical skills that apply to our professional careers, such as perseverance, teamwork, leadership, communicating with others, and decision-making.
We prioritize our coursework.
We understand and value teamwork.
We have a strong work ethic based on discipline and goal setting.
We win through academic achievement.
We win by triumphing over adversity. We win by conquering our goals.
Back here for the start of period number 3 between the visiting Tampa Spartans and the Embry-Riddle Eagles. The battle for the top spot in the SCHC and potentially the entire Collegiate Hockey Federation. It is a 5-1 lead for the Spartans right now. And we will start the third period 4-on-4. A minute and 4 seconds remaining on Jack Boken's holding penalty. Or excuse me, slashing penalty. And a minute and 45 seconds left on Tampa's penalty. So we'll start 4-on-4, then Embry-Riddle will have about a 40-second power play. And Tampa will come out of their own zone with it. Hoffberg sends it back to his own end. Jake Fain behind his net. Hoffberg lost the handle up the near side. Ryan Marks will retreat out towards center to maintain possession. And he'll cycle down the right wing wall. Marks, he'll send a rising shot. Goes in! Unbelievable! Get the puck to the net. Good things happen. Ryan Marks with a nothing shot from the far side top circle. It's 5-2. Marks with his 9th goal of the season. 19:27 left in period 3. And because it was scored at even strength 4-on-4, the Tampa penalty does not expire, and the Spartans utilize their timeout. Interesting. 32 seconds left of 4-on-4 play. Still a minute and 13 seconds left on Tampa's penalty. Remy Hawtaw with a malfunction in the skate blade. So he will come back off the ice again. And that is why it is just me up here for the start of this third period, as Jordan Shepard, my color commentator, up here for the first 40 minutes. His role first and foremost with this organization is team president. And that includes dealing with the equipment such as the skate sharpening devices down at ice level in front of the bench. So Nick Gimbel flying solo here for the time being. With 19:10 left in the third period, still 4-on-4 play. Skate to stick for Connor McMahon. The drop pass for Needleman. Around the boards to the far side corner. Embry-Riddle back at full strength as of now. So Tampa on the penalty kill, having offensive zone possession. The sharp angle shot goes off the outside of the net. Colin Bridges will settle it down. On the stick of Jack Boken. Right through the middle. Boken walks in. It's knocked away at the last second and tumbles into the end boards. Kaufman back behind. Boken steals it away. In front, Marks is there. Rebound goes to the far side off the left pad of Joseph Baggy. Cleared up to the blue line. Not out. Held in. Embry-Riddle towards the end of their shifts. And got to be careful with too many men on the ice. Jordan Shepard back up in the booth after the assisting of Remy Hawtaw with the equipment malfunctions, as Tampa will send it into the far side corner. Back to full and even strength as Trevor Reese knocks his man down to the far side corner. That was William Cody going for a spin.
Looked a lot worse than it actually was.
Noah Austin tried to force it to Trevor Reese, and it gets tied up at the red line. Usiak. Time and space to the near side. He'll dump it around the boards. First on it is Cameron Sacco. Knocked away. Usiak trying to kick it around. Sacco to Trevor Reese. And Sacco will one-hand it up the far side wall for Stephen Buck. Over to the right wing wall for Piccarello. Pinballing to the near side corner. Usiak throws the body. Knocks puck down to the ice and causes the turnover. And Reese will one-hand it into the offensive zone. Usiak takes the reverse hit to get it to Bryce Corner. All the way to the far corner. Deflected out in front off the leg of Piccarello. And Tampa will get it out. There's a stretch pass option on the near side, but it's deflected away by Brantley Miller, and that forces a dump in instead of a skate in. Morris out of his net to play it, nearly turned over, but Sorrell is there to start the breakout for Brantley Miller. He can't get it out around Davis. The second effort from Sorrell is successful as far as the red line and dumped the rest of the way. All the way around to the blue line, and this one pinballing in front. The puck is loose, and it will be covered by Joseph Baggy with extracurriculars subsiding in front. 16:35 left in the third.
Brantley Miller took a couple cross checks there, and I thought maybe the last one was going to draw a penalty, but the crowd is well alive after that early goal.
Sorrell to the blue line. Bryce Corner. We'll get the name right eventually. Colin Bridges at the blue line. Sorrell, far side corner. And again, Davis on the intercept. Gets around Bridges. Unable to get around Costanzo.
Good job by Costanzo.
Back below the goal line, there is Colin Bridges. 4 minutes gone in the third period. Softly through his own zone, and it will be skated out, possessed by McMahon. The transition for Davis, stood up by Costanzo at the blue line. Rearranging of the defense lines as Bridges is out there with Costanzo. All the way down, it goes on goal, so no icing. High risk, high reward for the line change. Now Davis gets it up the near side wall. Wagenke keeps it down low. Davis back to the near side. Thane through the middle. Deflecting off of Remy Hawtaw. And Bryce Corner keeps things below the goal line momentarily. It pops out in front, blocked away by Hawtaw. He'll pressure back below. Lytle. Good maneuvering down low. Wagenke for Deborah. Back for Wagenke. Has Lytle down the left side. And wide of everything to the neutral zone. Boken for Deborah has to wait for his team to get onside. Now Thane. The reverse for Kukas. Blue line Lytle, the forward, supporting in a defensive position, but he has walked around after getting his shot blocked. Needleman knocking down Bridges on the stick handles, and the save had to be made by Morris. Now Deborah. Up the wall for Wagenke, and Christian Kukas, who tried to make the big hit, got the worst of the collision. Boken harassed from behind, and Tampa gets it out.
Riddle's come out flying in this third period.
Boken, sharp angle shot, gets paddled down, and rebound sent to the near side half wall. Cross ice onto the stick of Courant. Marks on the back check, forces the shot deflected to the near corner. Talagani off the bench with Cardello forcing the issue back behind. There is Talagani down that right wing. Kaufman's going to go to the net. Tried to get that cross seam pass, and Tampa on the transition. Stood up at the red line. The Tampa bench wants a kneeing penalty. They're not going to get it.
I don't think either of them were trying to hit each other. I think they just ran into each other.
Cardello to the safety of his own net. Talagani on the backhand of Marks. Dumps it into the corner. They'll chase it down. Centering pass for Kaufman, stripped away at the last second. And Courant gets it to the blue line and out. The quick transition, intercepted by Cardello. Over the blue line, he'll take a long-range shot blocked away. Pinballing to the near side, half wall from the top of the circle. Cardello, the defenseman, down low for Talagani, kicked away to the far side by Charles Ellis. Kaufman, the forward, defensively, gets it into the offensive zone. Potential for too many men on the ice for Tampa.
There were 7 guys out there.
Goes uncalled this time. 12:55 left in the third period. Embry-Riddle trails by 3. Cross ice for Davis at the blue line. It hit his own man in front in Buck. Davis stick handling in a phone booth and gets it into the corner from the blue line. And Morris will stop that sharp angle shot with the chest protector and pounce on it with 12:40 left in the third.
Well, outside of the end of that shift, Embry-Riddle's been buzzing. They came out, got the goal 33 seconds in. You just got to keep your foot on the gas. You just don't have enough time to take it off.
Rolling puck in the high slot gets deflected out. Second unit out for Embry-Riddle. And it is offside as Usiak came in just a little bit before that loose rolling puck. 12:26 left in the third period. Hawtaw and Marks scoring for Embry-Riddle. Kukis, Cody, Thane, Davis, and Carant all scoring for the Spartans. Colin Bridges can't get it deep. Tampa can. Bryce corner. Out of the near side below the goal line. Bridges tries to force it up the far side wall, pressured behind. Corner for Trevor Reese. Lost the handle at the blue line. Tampa keeps it in. Out of the near side, the stuff attempt was knocked down by Morris. Back to the far side corner for Ryan Andrews. They'll play catch back behind with Hoffberg. He'll turn and fire on the turnaround shot, blocked away by Morris, skated out by Bryce Corner. Poke to the far side, and Usiak dumps it in. Four-man line change. Usiak will pressure the play back behind the goal line. Stretch pass is taken by Grant Parrish. Stood up at the blue line and forced into a dump in. Onside as Brantley Miller starts the breakout for Costanzo. Sends it off the wall for Sorrell, but it's knocked away. Tampa on the regroup at the top of their own zone. The pass is intercepted, but it finds the mark of Parrish. He'll come right in, and he fires it wide. Costanzo with the active stick to make it not a clean attempt. 2-on-1 down low. Andrews gets it out in front. The backhander paddled down. Rebound on the far side. Blocked it away by Morris. Now Boken up the wall for Brantley Miller. Back to Boken. And we have a whistle behind the play.
Pane of glass. Oh, glove stuck.
There is a glove stuck underneath of the pane of glass that had come out. And they'll put it back in.
That's a first.
And we'll continue. Fortunate for Embry-Riddle, the faceoff will stay in Tampa in Tampa defensive territory. 9 minutes gone in this third period. Face-off near side circle. Lytle against Needleman. Needleman wins it for Tampa. Far side for Manware. Deflected towards center. Bryce corner. Settles the rolling puck at the red line. Dumps it cross side for Deborah. He's got room. Into the glove hand of Baggy. No rebound. And he doesn't have a chance to play it, so 10:46 left in the third. We'll do it all over again from the far side circle this time.
This fourth line has had a couple offensive chances in this game, and you got to think one of them is going to go in at some point.
Wagenki steals it away back behind the net. He'll reverse it to the far side, but no one is home, and Kukis will send it up and out. Potential for an icing call. It's a foot race to the dots. It's won by Embry-Riddle. Icing with 10:34 left in the third. Embry-Riddle has climbed back in the shot category. At one point, they were down 11-2. Now it's 28-24 in favor of Tampa. So signs of life from this Eagle team, but they got to take advantage of the opportunities now.
And you don't have much time, so jump on everything that you can possibly throw everything at the net if you have a lane.
Wagenki on the forecheck. Can't steal it away. DeGiorgio for Needleman. Knocked away by Cardello, but no stops and starts up at the top of the zone by Lytle. And so Tampa gets it back below the dots. Lytle was the closest player to that puck and wheeled all the way around the zone instead of making a sharp stop to get back to that puck. And Tampa has offensive presence because of it. They'll send a shot on goal, and Morris is forced to cover this one up. Again, we've been talking about it all game, all season, all year, whatever you want to call it. It's the little things that build up to the bigger things. And if you don't do the little things right consistently, Tampa nearly took advantage. Halfway through period 3, 10:01 remaining. 5-2 lead for the Spartans. Stuff attempt on the far side. Morris stands his ground. Puck is still loose. Morris lost his blocker hand and his glove. Play continues as he gets all of his paraphernalia back in order. And this one blocked away by Boken. He'll skate it himself. Marks down the right side wall. In front for Boken. Tries to get it in between the hash marks. It's poked into the glove hand of Baggett. Rebound on the far side. Marks will settle it to the blue line. Bridges. He'll fire one. Blocked away. That draws a reaction from the Tampa bench. Talagani stripped of possession. Piccarello to the blue line. Bridges keeps it alive. Talagani sends his man tumbling into the boards. Kaufman tries to walk off the wall. He can't do it. Boken tied up with Kaufman. 2-on-1 back behind. And the pressure on the back check from Ryan Marks forces the turnover. Here he comes down the left wing. Kaufman to the net. Marks. Backhander gets deflected over the glass and out of play. 8:53 left in the third period.
A lot of bodies falling over in that last little sequence there, and Embry-Riddle, they're throwing everything at the net, and the wall's going to break down at some point for Baggy. He's made some big saves in this third period.
Costanzo to center ice. Cross ice for his D partner, Cardello. Chipped in by Corey Benny. Chased down by Davis. Scored the first goal of the game for the Spartans. A couple of nifty stick handles against Jack Boken for that opening goal. Something you don't see too often here in Daytona. Benny on the reverse for Austin. All the way up to the blue line. Costanzo keeps it alive for Reese on the far half wall. Poked back below the goal line. Takes open ice all the way up to the top of the zone. Knocked down with a knee-on-knee collision. That's a penalty against Tampa. It's officially a tripping penalty against Augustine Aldridge. With 8:10 left in the third. You mentioned it a little bit ago, Jordan. Time starting to become a factor. This is one of the biggest power plays for Embry-Riddle of the game.
Well, in being down, you got to be a little bit more aggressive. But you also have to be aware of being aggressive. You give up a couple odd man rushes or maybe even breakaways and take a little bit more medium to high risk, high reward plays.
And the top power play unit comes out.
Looks like they're going to run 4 forwards and a D.
With a little bit of a mix-up here, Derek Costanzo gets the power play unit on defense, and he'll not keep it in as it's skated out by William Cody, 1-on-4. He'll cycle it all the way back to his own end. Kyle Usiak out there as well as the fourth forward. Kaufman is the forward at the blue line, along with Marks and Talagani. Set power play breakout. Costanzo right through center. Poked at by Usiak, and that goes right onto a red stick and brought back in offsides by Costanzo. Nothing happening there in the opening 31 seconds of the power play.
It's honestly kind of a break that they got that offside because the clock stops. Could win this faceoff and establish offensive zone possession rather than having the puck get dumped all the way down and have to break out and kill more time.
Tampa will win it, and they'll send it off the boards and down. Embry-Riddle starts from behind their own net. Seven and a half left in regulation. Costanzo. Plenty of time and space down the right wing. He'll skate it all the way below the goal line, cycle it for Talagani in the legs of the official. He'll move out of the way. Now the first power play set up for Embry-Riddle on this opportunity. Held in by Costanzo after the turnover. Usiak for Talagani. The rolling puck gets cleared up to the blue line, held in by Kaufman. Walks the line down the left side. All the way around the zone. The cycle for Talagani to the blue line. Costanzo, he has a straightaway shot, but it gets blocked away. Kaufman out of the far top circle sends it wide of the near side post, and it turns into a breakout pass for Tampa. That's the one thing that Bob Joyce absolutely hates on his power play opportunities is a shot that misses wide and turns into a breakout.
Talks about it. Beginning of every season.
And both teams not wanting to take the too many men on the ice penalty in the middle of a line change allows that puck to go behind Morris. Only 10 seconds left on the power play. And Bridges fanning on the initial pass. Good patience, shrugs one man off the play. Long-range shot held into the glove hand of Joseph Baggy, and that is the end of Embry-Riddle's power play opportunity that saw little traction.
One thing that Tampa, as their PK, it seemed aggressive, but a lot of stationary players for Embry-Riddle. Doesn't a lot of movement away from the puck. And as a penalty killer, that's your dream because you can pressure the man with the puck and know exactly where everybody's going to be.
Tampa, after killing off the penalty, unable to get around Bryce Corner. Pins are falling down there in the Embry-Riddle defensive zone. Sorrell brings it back the other way. Glove down by Brantley Miller, no hand pass. He'll play it with the stick and send the reverse hit for DeJorio. Fowler, stripped of possession. Bouncing puck, handled by Tampa. They'll get around Jack Boken to the far side, off the post, and it stays out. That was Matthew Needleman with that opportunity. Brantley Miller around the boards to the far side. Sorrell forechecks, forces the play back behind for Davis. Wants to send it up the near side wall, and he forces it into the legs of Sorrell. He'll chase it down to the far side. Brantley Miller lost his stick, but Deborah keeps it in the offensive zone. Deborah, a little stutter step to the far side, the centering pass, but nobody was home. Now it's Tampa, getting around Wagenke. Aldridge, knocked away by Boken. Back for Hoffberg. And this one goes off the outside of the net as Aldridge sent it wide of Morris's stick. And Aldridge again with a one-timer that missed the net frame. Lytle does his job to get it up and out. Back onto the stick of Jack Boken. Out there with Costanzo. And Deborah gives it right back to Tampa. Stephen Buck with 4.5 left in the third period. Time really starting to become a factor now for this Embry-Riddle team. They'll throw it up the boards for Wagenke, and he will not get it out. Kicked down by Boken, and Costanzo with the quick up to Deborah. Now they'll get it out for a line change. McMahon to the far side for Parrish. Dumped in by Andrews. Michael Morris on a platter for Costanzo, dangerously in front of his own net, but avoids the forecheck pressure. Talagani dumps it cross corner. It's paddled to the near side half wall by Baggy, coming out of his crease to knock it away. Kaufman to the blue line. Bryce Corner. D-to-D for Cardello. His shot makes it through, but he missed wide. And Kaufman sent this one high and over everything on the sharp angle shot with 3:39 left in the third period.
I kind of wonder maybe if Bob Joyce will pull Mike Morris. Like, you're down 3, but 3 minutes to go. 3.5 minutes to go. Doesn't look like he's considering it.
It is almost Halloween, so we will see if Bob Joyce dresses up as Patrick Waugh, and we'll see how early he wants to pull the goaltender or not. Right now, Michael Morris right now is in the net, and you see why as Tampa gains possession, they'll skate it out. Onside play, 2-on-1, far side for Evans, and he missed the net. Pad saved by Morris. The rebound is there. Poked away by Bryce Corner. Kaufman is there. Can't get to it. Talagani just swiping at the puck. That's not going to get the job done. Evans in front. Morris makes the point-blank save, and the puck was covered for just long enough for the referee to blow the whistle. Embry-Riddle just too slow right now, and Jordan, you've been saying it all game. They are not winning battles, not winning races, and it's the difference maker right now with 3:01 left in the third.
Tomorrow night, I think, is going to be a different game. These two teams have seen each other. I think they're going to adjust both of their play styles just a little bit.
Trevor Reese, he'll skate it 2-on-1 with Usiak. Reese fires off the right pad instead of the left pad of Baggy, so the rebound goes back behind. This one pinballs off the paddle of Baggy to the blue line for Jack Boken. Reese continues it behind for Austin. 2:43 left in the third. Up top, Boken lost the handle. Bridges corrals, fires over the crossbar. Usiak in front, Boken's there, and he scores! Jack Boken puts the Eagles within 2.
Alrighty.
Jack Boken with his 10th goal of the season extends his team leading goal total and point total. Now at 10 goals, 14 points.
And Trevor Reese did a good job getting the puck out of the zone. Starts it with that 2-on-1. Yeah, he took the shot, missed the net, but he went to the corner and got the puck, and that's when the whole cycle started. And 2.5 minutes to go. See, maybe if
now Tampa has already used their timeout. It doesn't look like Bob Joyce is going to use his. And the depth line out, trusted by their head coach to get offensive presence to give the top line some rest. 2:25 left in regulation. Embry-Riddle trails by 2 now. 5-3. Costanzo. Glove down at the red line and dumped the rest of the way by Aldridge. Cardello, near corner. Far side Costanzo. Got to make something happen. Your clock is running down. And it's thrown over the glass and out of play. That's not the play we were talking about.
And they can't change either.
Nope.
Nope. Turner Kaufman just came out. Oh, okay, I guess it can change.
Do it before they notice. Tampa's not saying anything. The officials let it go. You get the top line out. Lucky for Embry-Riddle on the defensive zone faceoff. And Marks wins the faceoff to Cardello. Has Kaufman as an option on the near side, but it's covered well. Forces the geometric pass. It bounces awkwardly off the boards, and it's sent back to Costanzo. We'll keep an eye on Michael Morris as Costanzo brings it into the attacking end. Marks to the blue line, dumped back down low. Smart play by Cardello. Empty net, 6-on-5 for Embry-Riddle. They need 2 to tie. Talagani to the near corner, pressured hard. The cycle for Marks. Far side Usiak as the extra attacker. Tampa with an opportunity to clear. They are unsuccessful. Talagani smartly dumps it back down low, but Davis is there with the pitching wedge, sends it up and out. 2-on-1, odd man rush.
Wow.
And Cardello does a nice job with it. Usiak down low. Baggy out of the net. Marks is there. It's knocked away. Gosh. Christian Kukis, the save of the game for Tampa. 65 seconds left in regulation. Onside for Usiak. 6-on-5, they trail by 2. In and out of the glove of Baggy. Rebound goes into the armpit of Baggy, and he somehow hangs on. 59 seconds left, and Bob Joyce will most certainly be using his timeout right now.
Right there.
So you don't want to dwell on the negative too much, but I'll ask the question, how does a 2-on-1 happen in the neutral zone when you're 6-on-5? Maybe just too much pinching at the blue line.
And it goes back to that aggressiveness that I was talking about earlier when you got to take chances. You
got to take risks. But smart by Cardello just to back out.
And he didn't even try to make a pass. He just swatted it away. It was a bouncing puck.
Simple.
Hey,
the key word there all weekend.
Simple play. That's all Bob Joyce wants from the team. Simple hockey.
59 seconds left in regulation. I will point out that Embry-Riddle has scored a goal, followed by another goal in 31 seconds time earlier this season. It is not impossible, albeit improbable.
Gotta win the face-off.
Face-off will be on the near side circle, a big face-off. Ryan Marks is a typical centerman for this line, but as a right-handed shot on this near side circle, we'll see if he's replaced by a lefty to try to win it to the boards.
See if Turner's going to take the draw. Looks like he is.
Marks goes to the front of the net. Kaufman, the left-handed centerman, trying to win it back to Bryce Corner at the blue line. Instead, he'll dump it into the corner. Davis sends it up to the half wall. Good pinch by Bryce Corner. And Hoffberg gets it out. I don't think it's going to be enough for an icing call. It's not.
45
seconds left. Boken for Marks. Dumps it off the wall and in. Usiak chases Davis into the corner. Held by Marks. He's got a skating lane right into the top of the slot. He'll fire one. Blocked by his own man. Rebound is there. Kaufman on the far side. Stuff it in. They score! It's Talagani. 31 seconds left.
Oh, my goodness.
The deficit is now 1. Morris is going to go back to the net. He'll wait at the top of the zone. If Embry-Riddle gets possession, he'll hightail it to the bench. If Tampa gets possession, he'll retreat into the crease. Neither team with a timeout left. The deficit is now 1. 31.8 seconds left on the clock. Embry-Riddle wins the face-off. Talagani dumps it in. Morris to the bench. Usiak, the extra attacker. Davis tries to hold it along the boards. Comes out to the near side corner. Embry-Riddle swarming. Kukis is there. Over on the far side corner, he has an opportunity to clear. Usiak down low. Talagani, 13 seconds left. Near side Kaufman. He's got a little bit of time. Out in front, pinballing. Usiak, the backhander. He fanned on it. All the way to the far side. Tampa clears it out. Not enough for an icing call. That's it. Well, you can't say the effort wasn't there for the entire 60 minutes, albeit it wasn't a full 60 minutes of play. The fight to the end is what you like to see. Tampa now has the #1 spot in the SCHC with 19 points, 9-1-1 on the season. Embry-Riddle drops to 9-3, just their 3rd loss of the season. But exactly how we saw against USF about a month ago. You drop the one at home, you get caught off guard by one of the top teams in the SCHC, but you have an opportunity tomorrow to respond.
And take what you did in this 3rd period and run with it into tomorrow. I mean, that's what you got to do. You won the 3rd. Tomorrow is going to be a good game. Eager to see how it goes with the speed as well as kind of seeing how each team plays, knowing the physicality. Again, the physicality kind of died down towards the end of the game, and whether or not you can kind of adjust to that and keep up with that and use your speed, get yourself in shooting lanes, it's going to be all about the little details tomorrow again.
So the Tampa Spartans, with their 9th win of the season, their first against Embry-Riddle this season. A 5-4 victory for the visitors. These two teams will be in action tomorrow at the Clearwater Ice Arena. We thank you for joining our YouTube live stream here from the Daytona Ice Arena. For Jordan Shepard, I'm Nick Gimbel. Once again, the final score, 5-4, Tampa over Embry-Riddle.